Hi, I'm Frank McLaughlin of McLaughlin Lofts. I'm just going to do a little tour of our hen loft. We raise hens celibate. They're unmated, no stimulation from the cocks at all. Very simple old loft. Perches, little dividers between them, just so they don't poke around and see each other, although some of the hens squeeze in on these perches. They're a little big. And we have V perches with a little partition between them so the hens can't see each other. We converted it from, it was a free gift loft, we converted it from another, like a full nest box type pigeon loft. We covered the nests, there's still some old nests on the bottom that are open. What I like about this loft that I installed these dust panels, so any dust flies underneath and keeps the loft relatively dust free. There's nothing special with ventilation. I mean, there is some ventilation from the top, but just a wire ceiling. We added some paper maybe so the birds didn't, they feel more comfortable above their heads. I think it helped, I'm not exactly sure. Relatively simple trap. The birds during the day, my hens that didn't race are locked out. We have these panels that go into the little flight pen. So all day the hens are locked out front with water. I feed them in the morning, they eat once a day. I'm only over here for about 10 minutes in the morning. Well, I'm with the hens a few minutes in the morning. I'm at the lofts only in the morning. And the hens are locked out for the day. My brother will let them in. We're waiting on a race right now. So the hens that didn't fly are out here with these panels that just click in. Normally they have the whole length of the flight pen, but because of the race, they're only locked out in the one section. We keep it really simple. They're celibate hens, no motivation, and I don't train much. I keep them well, body weight right. The nutrition's the most important. As you can see, we have magnesium block here, regular pick pot, brown minerals, Kirkpatrick black minerals, the pink minerals, the natural vitamineral in front of the birds all the time. This other grit feeder over here, because of the coming home from the race, and you can see the dampness around it from all the salt. They have the all-in-one mix, or Javardi, and some regular, Belgium grit and redstone. And again, more assortment of cups, same cups as before. My brother Dan takes care of the minerals. I clean the loft maybe once a week. I just cleaned it. There are some wet spots. I didn't feed them very much yesterday. We have a 317-mile race, so there wasn't a lot of grain in them going to the race. If you know or you follow me, they don't need a lot to fly 300 miles. Most people send the birds way, way too heavy to the races. And I'm gonna go take a look at the hens outside. You'll see the front of the loft. Again, it's very, very simple. Just to reiterate, very simple. No motivation for our pigeons ever. No motivation young birds, no motivation for the racing cocks. The racing hens, they all race to the perch. They pile in, they dominate with no motivation. All that motivation stuff is really just for the fancier. It's not for the pigeon. You want to clock a lot more pigeons at the top of the race result. Stop playing games. And this is what my birds have in the feeder now. They're coming home from the race. All they can eat today, they'll get I Mix Champion Mix Vercel Lager with Energy Mix from Vercel Lager. They can eat what they want. And just for one day, it's a 317-mile race. Birds are due within the next hour. Again, very simple. Very, very simple setup. Nothing special. No motivation. 2 training tosses per week. Sometimes 1. No loft flying. We just race them and they just pour in week after week, year after year. Very, very simple loft. Nothing pretty. I don't know. I don't think the pigeons care if it's pretty or not. I hope you enjoyed. Put any comments down below. I try to answer any questions. And I'm not saying this is the only way, but it's a super successful way for us. You'll see the burn marks. I do try to burn the loft once a year to get all the dust out. And you'll see the burn around the perches. I use a torch. Thank you. Bye-bye. These are the girls that didn't race. They're just out there with a little water. I will offer some sun protection. I'll put a board in front of them. The sun's gonna hit them this afternoon. They're all mated. All my hens are mated. As you can see, some of them have been hawked, which is sad, but all my old hens are mated to each other. They've been mated all season. They cuddle in the corners. We get the occasional set of eggs. Some of our best racing hens, year after year after year, have been mated hens. No worries if they mate in pair. It's the driving that causes the eggs. When cocks are driving a hen, they lay often and they lay fast. When they're just sitting and cuddling, they lay occasionally. We have 3 more weeks left in the season. I'm hoping that I can get this team to fly 2 more long distance races, although you can see she's one of my better hens. She's missing a tail, a lot of feathers. This dark hen over there, ripped in the belly and in the crop, and some of them are recovering. It's hard to see through the wire. I think the phone is not focusing correctly. This is my best hen right there, 1209. At this point, 7 weeks in, she's leading champion bird in the combine. And again, there's several winners in here and spectacular pigeons.